Hey guys, we're going to be starting in about 45 seconds. I'm just kind of letting everybody get in and just be very honest. I'm getting some water and catching my breath. I don't have the mic on because we're going to do a lot of things that are going to be a lot of physical movement. I feel like I'd be bumping it a lot. But if it's hard to understand what I'm saying or doing because I'm trying to speak up so you can hear me without the mic. But again, if it's not coming across properly, then just kind of put a comment, let me know, and we'll try to get that fixed the best we can. If I have to switch back to the mic, I can. You might just hear me breathing and huffing and puffing into it the whole time. But that's okay if you're okay with it. But again, we'll start in about probably 30 seconds now. Just kind of let everybody kind of trickle in, get in here, and get stretched out if you haven't already stretched out. Okay, if you didn't do the adult class. If you did, just kind of stay hydrated, keep moving, get ready. We're going to have some fun.
Run a rotation
Okay, so we're going to get started. It is 4:03. Good to see you guys all here. We're going to start off with a nice stretch, a very sparring specific stretch. So even if you've already done class day and you're nice and loose, it's important to also kind of focus on some of these, and hopefully a lot of these stretches and exercises will start to do more than just in this class. A lot of the goals of this class is to show you different things to do that you can then do on your own time. Whether it's a little bit every day or every other day, a lot of times what will really help your progress is building a schedule. And I also understand, especially with like the unfortunate times we're in, a lot of times everyone's schedule is kind of just against the wall. As in, we kind of wake up from day to day not really knowing what we're doing, okay, or having a particular time frame in which we do stuff because we have so much time if we're at home. Notice I also didn't say stuck at home. We're at home, safe and sound, which is where we need to be right now. Okay, and so if we're at home, it's still important to kind of be on a schedule, even if we're not a big fan of schedules. And for us, if you're used to having a very tight, busy schedule, this is your time to not, so you're kind of really resistant to it. I understand that. Okay, but try to find certain time frames in which you do the same thing. You don't have to have a super congested schedule, but like notice like our karate training is the same time every day. Like your class is still on a similar time frame so that you kind of get accustomed to it, adjusted to it, because you can know your body starts to expect it. Your body works very well off time frames. And so if you do the same thing at the same time, it over time will get adjusted to doing those things. So same thing with your stretches. Okay, we're going to add some stretches in today. I'm going to get a chair. If you have a chair at home you can use, that's great. Or if you have a couch or a stool or a countertop or a table or just something you can use to kind of position yourself and kind of balance yourself, that would be very helpful. Okay, the first sparring specific stretch we're going to do are your hip swings. So it's not necessarily a stretch as it is a movement. Okay, because what we have to get with a lot of our techniques isn't just where you can stretch really far and do a full split, but we have to do active movements. Okay, we have to practice flexibility and what's called mobility, which is where you're doing different movements and your body's able to keep good posture while doing so. Okay, and good balance while doing so, because no matter how good your full split stretch is, okay, you're not going to kick somebody with a full split stretch. Okay, but you are going to use a hip swing type motion, but of course just with a chamber. So we're going to work on the hip swing. And so I'm going to start at a couple different angles, facing the front. I'm kind of pushed away from the chair, and I'm not hunched over, but I am kind of leaning towards it, so I can kind of create this little alleyway in between my feet and the chair. Good. Now from here, the focus is I'm showing you from this angle so you can watch my back and watch that even if I'm leaning forward, as I lift my leg, I'm not leaning over to the side. Okay, a lot of times when we spar, it's a lot of forwards aggressive movement. Okay, for today, if we're doing a skip side kick or something to that extent, you have to be able to keep good straight posture. Even if it's a little lean back, that's fine, but I can't be leaning way back here as I'm pushing forward, because then the time it takes to straighten back up, good, is time we don't have. Okay, so from here, again, good posture. Okay, I'm going to take my left leg first. All right, that's your right leg. Take your right leg first, and you're going to pull it across your body. Now, as you do, see how my toes are pointing that way? Your toes point where you're going. Good, that makes your hip internally rotate. Then from there, as I externally rotate it, I keep my foot flat with the ground, and I lift it up. Notice how I'm not craning over. Good, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2. And you're just swinging it. You're not controlling it, you're just swinging it. If you notice that that's happening, bring it down lower. Good, a lot of you guys are probably gonna be here, and that's fine. Good, you need to find where your safe spot is, and then do that about 10 times. Good, 1, 4, 79. Point it, throw it. Good, other side. Now be very, very careful, especially if you're on like a tile or a hardwood floor, okay, because this is a lot of movement for your leg. It's very violent movement, and so if I swing my leg up too high and the floor is slick, you're going to whoop and you're going to fall. So be very careful. Okay, find good footing, maybe slightly bend that base leg. Good, notice how when I rotate across, I'm turning my shoulders and hips too. Good. Good, right, that's a nice easy one right there. Next one. Good, for your frog stretch, working the inside of your hips. So I share from the side, 2 different angles. So again, here almost like in a bad push-up position. I walk my knees out as far as I can get them. Good, and then from here I push my hips backwards. Good, keeping the weight, driving down to the floor. Good, so my hips are actually like in line with my knees or behind my knees, okay? Let me show you from the side. So a lot of times in class, what I normally get when we do this from students is I'll get this. That's not doing anything. You have to sink backwards. Good, getting your hips in a straight line with knees, so you're putting the pressure on the inside of your thighs, on the groin. Good, and then walk your leg out. And then if you have to come down to your knees, you can also do it. And then again, from there, just push backwards until it's uncomfortable. You can also work on just pulling it and pushing it. Good, so you're kind of deepening. You got to go flat on your feet. Hold it. That's awesome. Okay, super easy. Okay, next we're going to work on, oh, sorry, I don't have my glasses on, and I have the workout written down, but I can't see it, so I'm going to come closer. There we go. All right, continuing our stretch real fast. Again, working that, for this case, we're going to work on our side or our round kick. And so working on your pump round kick. From here, you're going to take that item you're having, potentially a chair if you got one, that'd be great. From here, you're going to turn those toes towards it, and we're going to pick up, we're going to work both legs today, just to, again, warm ourselves up. Okay, the focus now, you can lean back a little bit, okay, but you're more using this for stability, not to hold yourself up. Okay, so you're leaning back just a little bit, posture is strong, okay, you guide your knee, pointing your knee where you're going, opening up, good, your hips, and then you point your foot, pull it back, put it down. Lift it up, pull it back, or push it out, pull it back, put it down, try to drive the knee up in a straight line, okay, pull up, good, push out, pull back, so your knees pointing where you're going, 1, 2, 3, 4, one more time, 1, nice tight chamber, 2, 3, we're doing these very slowly, good, warming your body up, 1, 2, 3, 4, that foot stays pivoted, and then other side, either just switch sides or put your item on the other side, good, 1, we do 5, 2, 3, 4, last one, good, minimal lean back, 5, very good. Okay, so now we're going to turn the tables a little bit. Okay, now the turn tables have turned. Okay, from here, you're going to actually use the item as the object you're kicking over. Okay, from there you can also potentially, if you have an item to kick over, you can just find a goal line, okay, because we're standing up nice and tall. Okay, and from here, what we're going to work on is, depending on the height of your kick or the size of you, you might have to, like, you can use a chair for different ways and angles. Good, so if you're like you're not super tall, good, it's okay. Then you can turn the chair like this. Good. Make sure your stomach is going towards the back of the chair. Good, because we're going to do a round kick. So you'll work on pointing your knee up to the open side, pointing it straight out, pulling it back and putting it down. Okay, from there, if your kick can go a little bit higher or you're a little bit taller, but you need to lean back a little bit, you can point the chair like this. Pull it up, push it out, pull it back, put it down. Okay, from there, the final step, of course, would be to turn it behind you like this. And from there, pick it up, out, back, down. Good, and kind of focusing on slowing it down, not hitting the chair, but using it as that barrier. Good, to kick over. 2, we're going to go to 5. 3, 4, get the back foot pivoted. I do a better job of that. 5. Back hand stays by your chin. Good. 1. Super important to practice these round kicks and the balance of them, because next week is balance week as well. Ooh, that was too fast. Okay. Okay, from here we're gonna get moving a little bit, okay? So I'm gonna put this back. Good, just give me 1 second. Make sure you're stretched out, make sure your body's moving. We're gonna practice some different types of hops. I'm gonna get a quick drink of water. Okay. So first one, okay, we're doing our skip round kicks, our slide round kicks today. So that's gonna entail a lot of lower body explosion. Okay, so a lot of movement through your calves. Okay, so your calves, these muscles right here. I have a slightly strained calf still. I did it last week, but it's coming back together. But some of the movements I might have to do as quite explosively as normal, but I'm doing my very best. Okay, so from here, your bunny hops are the first one. Key to bunny hops, not having a lot of knee bend, okay? It's just here, up, as high as you can get it. Good, so what we're gonna really focus on is getting as high as you can go, and then as you land, your heels don't touch back to the ground. Okay, and there's very little time in between each jump. Think if you had a bouncy ball and you dropped it, the moment it hits the ground, it's not hanging out there, it's going right back up. So we're practicing our rebound time, because when we're doing bunny hops, and eventually we'll get to where we're skipping down the floor. When you're doing that, it's the speed at which you can move your body down the floor in short little bursts is what gets you to cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Think like a sewing machine, how the needle just goes choo, 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 choo. So we're gonna make our leg do the same thing, okay? So from here, bunny hops, we're gonna go 10 seconds. Good, your arms are up, so you're not using your hands for extra momentum. You're just gonna jump as high as you possibly can. Ready, and go. Jump, jump, high as you can, keep going. Good, a little bit more. This is uncomfortable. Keep going. Good, on. Good. Okay, so now we're gonna add a challenge to it. Okay, we're gonna work on getting that body to move explosively with control. Okay, so you're gonna work bunny hops. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and on the third bunny, you're gonna do a tuck jump. A tuck jump being where you pull both knees up as high as you can towards your chest, not behind you, in towards your chest, and then putting them back down with control. That means you're kind of paying attention to the sound. Okay, so what I mean is we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, tuck, and you're landing softly. Okay, so make sure you're doing it. You're not landing boom flat on your feet. Okay, so you might have to start by just picking your knees up just a little bit to get kind of comfortable and confident, and then work on getting those knees as high as you can go. So we're going to go for about 20 seconds. Bounce, 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 explode, tuck, jump, land, keep going, bounce, 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 same thing again. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, tuck, 1, 2, 3, tuck, 1, 2, 3, tuck, 1, 3, couple more. Woo, good work. Okay, next thing we're gonna work on. Good. Okay, so now ready? Okay, from here, we're gonna work on the explosion up into your tuck. Okay, but we're gonna do it this time from more of an explosive stance, from a frog stance, okay? So from here, we're gonna start, feet shoulder width apart. You're going to load by bending your knees. Good, load down, hands are down. And then from here, as I come back up to a standing position, I'm gonna push through my calf muscles. I'm gonna do a tuck jump into the air. So it's gonna be 1, hold it, and then I jump, land, softly. Good, ready? These we're not gonna do explosively, as in we're not gonna do them back to back to back. We're gonna do them one at a time. Good, we're gonna try to get at least 5. Ready? Focus on keeping good posture. You can lean forward and still have good posture, just don't bend here. Good, you keep your chest up. You can lean forward and sink your hips back like you're sitting in a chair, but all the weight should be more to the balls of your feet, to the front of your feet. So it's here. Good, lower yourself down. Good. And again, as your body raises up explosively, push so hard off those calf muscles that you can do a tuck jump. Good. Load, go. And land soft. Ready? That's 2. 3 more. Good. Load yourself down. Kind of envision you almost like you're pushing a spring down. If you can believe that you have the springs in your legs and you feel them going down, tight, 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 and then you explode up. Boom. Bounce. Good. 2 more. Last one. Ready? Core tight. Stomach squeezing together. Go. Very good. Okay, nice and strong. Okay, next we're gonna work. Okay. Yay! Very good. Okay, so we're gonna work on that fish kick, and we're gonna build this from the ground up. Okay, again, your fish kicks. What we're trying to get to is where you're here and you have the kick, and you can do it back to back, chasing somebody down, keeping that leg up and aggressively moving forward. Okay. And so what we're going to work on is kind of building the balance and the timing and the flow of the technique, okay? So we're going to break it down into 2 steps. Take your favorite foot, put it in the front, doesn't matter which one, okay? Again, this is where we really, instead of doing both sides, we're going to isolate things on mainly our dominant side, Okay, you do want to be great on both sides. Okay, you want to be good on both sides, especially in point sparring and a lot of the sports we do. Think of like a quarterback in football. Okay, most of them can't throw very well with both hands. They throw wonderfully with one of their arms. Because most people in baseball, they hit really well from one side. Most people in soccer kick really well with one leg. Same thing with basketball and shooting. They're dominant on one side. So in point sparring, it is a sport to a certain extent, and so we want to make sure that we really isolate and focus on one side. We practice both sides to make sure we keep them balanced the best we can, but I do want you to, at some point, take your favorite, most dominant side and really work on kind of digging into that one and diving into it and making it as best you possibly can. Good? All right, so take that dominant side, put it in the front, put it towards me to the camera. Good? Okay, so for me, that's my left leg. For you guys, I'll mirror and I'll go this way. Okay, from here, actually no, I'll mirror for your right side. So from here, just like that. All we're gonna practice on doing first, good, is the bunny hop from a chambered position. Good, so you're gonna lift your leg up. And all I want you to do, good, is do one little bunny hop. Just like that. Good. Start from the side. As you chamber, good. You hop just a little bit. Good. Ready? Good. Now we're gonna do 2 in a row. Okay? And go. 1, 2. Good. Okay, now we're gonna do 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Legs staying in nice and tight. Okay, I'm gonna switch sides. We're gonna do 4 in a row. Stay on the same side if you need to. I just wanna show you a different angle. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now we're gonna do 5. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not covering ground, we're just going straight up. Right? Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in the kick. Okay, now we've already practiced those kicks while holding the chair and while kicking over it. 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, so we're gonna do them one at a time. Ready? Just one kick. Go. 1. Good. Now do 2. 1, 2. Okay. Now do 3. 1, 2, 3. So now we're gonna take and combine both of those drills together. Okay, what you're gonna hopefully start to understand is that as your leg is hopping, as you're exploding off that leg, that's the same time your leg kicks out. And as your leg comes back down is the same time your leg comes back in. So it's explode and kick, good, and then land and reload. So it's boom, boom. It's that, okay? That's why the kick has to be fast, because the jump doesn't take a while, because that jump happens really quickly too. Okay, so we're gonna try to keep our balance and work on timing that together, just in place, okay? So you take your favorite leg, comes up, and all I want you to do is as it's coming up, you throw that first kick, you throw one hop. So it's like this, in place. Good. Try to get it to pull back in as it's landing back down. That's the hard part. Ready? Now we're gonna do 2 in a row. Chamber it up and go. 1, 2. Good. Now we're gonna do 3 in a row. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now we're gonna do 4 in a row. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5 in a row. And I'm switching sides. You don't have to. I just like to work both sides. Good. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Keep going. Now we're doing 6. Ready? And keep your body up nice and tall. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A little bit faster. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. 8. Starting for angles. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your hands up. Keep your body up nice and tall. 9. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And last one. Grand finale. Big number 10. Ready? Hands up. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Chamber up and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Faster. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. Okay. From there, stretch your legs out. Okay. Next thing we're doing. Keep breathing. Yay. Cool. Okay. So now we're gonna start moving. Okay. When it comes to that slide of your kick, what should happen in that moment when you're lifting your leg up so strong is you should do that so intensely that your body should feel lighter. Okay, at that moment, you're gonna go from your normal stance like this, you're gonna slide your back leg underneath you. Watch, it's telling me to breathe. It doesn't matter, breath. Okay, so again, from here, as you lift this leg up, you wanna do it so keep your body in the middle so that your body then wants to slide underneath. So it should look like this. Good. One more time. Lift. Good. Land. Okay? If you're trying to help, really is helpful if you have some kind of markers, not like an actual like physical color marker, but something you can put on the ground or in line so you can kind of see that your body is fading and moving forwards. Okay? As you can kind of see, if we're both going towards this way, so if you're going towards the camera and I'm going that way, if you're behind me, you can see my body get further from the camera. Good. Now the trick is I don't want you to use your front leg. As in I don't want to see
because I see that a lot, okay? Especially when we start to hurry these things out. That's why we're slowly breaking things down, because right now we can build really good habits because we're not worried about all the distractions going on in class, and we're not watching other people, we're not actually doing it in a sparring room, we're taking our time and focusing on ourselves real fast on building these good habits that when we're able to come back in the studio, we have a really strong, firm foundation of techniques to put to use. That is the goal. Okay, so again, from here, lift this first. As you lift this, just slide this leg underneath you for bonus points. Pivot that foot underneath you. Ready? And go. Boom. Good. Again, keep it shoulder width. Good. And when you pick, this is the trick, and it's hard at first, but it makes life so much easier when you understand it. When you pick your leg up, instead of coming all the way back to this balanced position right here, and then trying to hop, that's like you're coming to a complete stop and then using all of your weight on one leg. Instead, if you keep your weight in the middle, that's why if you notice I've kind of aligned with this center line so I can kind of keep that in focus. When I do this, I don't want my leg to come back here. I just want to lift it up, good? So that gravity would naturally pull it down to the ground if I didn't do anything about it. And then all I do is instead of my leg going back to the ground, to regain my balance, I take this back leg and sneak it underneath me like I'm a flamingo. Good, we're in Florida, we know what flamingos are. So you're here, again, you lift, body weight stays into the front. Good, and as your body, instead of falling down, you just whip it underneath you. That's when your leg will kind of lean back a little bit. Here, okay? Over this way and show you, good. Good, and all the reason I'm picking this leg up is just to reconfirm in my brain that I'm not going, good, I'll tap this leg off the ground, just to remind myself that before this leg does anything, this leg has to chamber up. Boom, and it lands. When you land with balance, okay? I'm not over-exaggerating. Good, I'm landing my legs almost together. So that eventually it's gonna be a kick. As I then slide, it'll be a kick. And that's the cool part, is all this stuff just continues to grow. We're not done learning. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, I'll end up kicking before, the end goal is to end up kicking before that leg even finishes its slide. It's gonna be boom. So I can then potentially later do it over and over and over and over and over and just pump it down the floor. But the cool part is in a sparring ring, this is the whole ring. So we, in a second ago, a while ago, we did 10 kicks without putting our foot down and practicing the bounce. You don't need to do 10. We over practice so that if we ever need it, we can do it. Because honestly, in a ring this size, you'll do 5 and cover the entire ring. Okay, but we're over practicing to make sure our body is ready to do it. Okay, so now, speaking of everybody ready to do it, we're going to challenge ourselves. Okay, I'm going to set the timer for about 30 seconds, maybe a little longer. We'll see how much fun we're having. We're going to work on doing some burpees. Good, and then from there, as you pop up out of the burpee, you're going to do that quick shuffle slide. Good, to work on being explosive with your arms and legs. Okay, so in case you're rusty on a burpee, it's going to be standing strong, shoulders or feet shoulder width apart. Good, and you're going to come from here. You're going to put your hands right to the outside of your legs like a frog. So you drop down here. From there, you take your legs and push them back behind you into a push-up position. Good, and then from here, we're going to jump both legs back in. Okay, using your hips popping up. Good, and tightening those up while you're stretching your legs to get yourself back to where you just were. Here. And from there, you're going to get your chest up as fast as you can. You're going to jump up to the sky, keep it almost like a bunny hop. Good, and then land. And from there, you land with your feet shoulder width apart. Good, and you skip in chamber. So the whole thing looks like this. Down, back, in, up, boom. Okay? Okay, so we're going to do this over and over and over. If you need to find a space where you can then just go down the floor, if you need to be sideways to the TV and just scoot across your living room or your hallway or something, you can. Or after you land, you can then just shuffle back to that original spot and try to stay within the same frame. Okay? Ready, set, go. Drop, back, in, up, land, boom. Good. Come back, do it again. Drop, back, in, up, reach, land, boom. Chamber. Good. Do it again. Drop. Good. Couple more. You can do it. Woo. Oh, I didn't jump. No. Huh. Good. Couple more. Couple more. Good. My students know me well. I normally say one more, but I don't really mean one more. I mean a couple more. So I'm going to say a couple more, but I don't mean a couple more. I mean a bunch more. Good. Let me 2 more. 2 more good ones. The last one if it's great. Be great. Okay, good work. Feet together. Bow. All right, come on down. Back to your frog split. Make sure there's weight on your hands. Stretch everything out. I'm gonna have a different challenge for you guys on Thursday. So if you guys check back in Thursday, I'll kind of practice and review this again tomorrow if you can. Just make sure you stay sharp on it. Or maybe do it Saturday or some other day. But that's a lot of times the key they're talking about with a lot of these goals, a lot of these practices and drills, is I want to show you the drills and teach you how to do them properly, but then hopefully the goal is either for you to write them down or just remember them so that when you're training on your own, you can start to add to the list of stuff you know how to train. And by adding different drills and skills and abilities, you can then keep your training fresh, keep it more fun, and work on training similar concepts in different ways and adding challenges to it. Okay, legs out in front, push down. Whew. Good, make sure after this you guys get some water, not too much. Good, water's important, you don't want to over drink the water and then have a stomach ache. Make sure you drink just enough though. Drink it slowly. And that's the other thing I talked about in one of the classes earlier is as we're in this situation, make sure that we can find positives in the negative situations. Main thing right now being to try to build some positive habits with the time you have. And so like other things, like normally if you students and you guys are in school, you're not able to freely drink water at certain times. Even if you have your water bottle with you, you're kind of constrained to certain time frames of when classes start and end. When you're on the bus, there's a lot going on from an hour to hour basis throughout your day. But now you can focus on getting a good half gallon to a gallon of water a day throughout the day, and staying properly hydrated. Your body will love that, I promise. You can focus on moving your body throughout the day and doing a little more, set to just be as important as school is, and to kind of make sure picking and getting all that knowledge up. Okay, now you can do other things, like you can practice moving your body more. Okay, you can ride your bike, or you can still practicing social distancing. You can go jogging in the morning when it's not super Florida hot, because it's doing that, or there's not a tornado warning. You can practice your flexibility. We talked about the flexibility challenge that we're trying for you guys. And so we can start to build consistent habits with the time frames you've been given. Okay, so that hopefully when all this ends at the end, okay, we're stronger, more educated, okay, happier people because we've built more positive habits, a stronger foundation for ourselves and our loved ones. That's kind of the goal. We're trying to find the positives in the negative situations we've been given. Okay, so do the best you can. If you need help with these drills or anything else, feel free to comment us. You can still, the phone number still works. You can call us. You can message us on Facebook. We'll help any way we can. I'm gonna get some water, towel off, because I'm very sweaty. Hope you guys are too. And feet together. Bow. You are dismissed. Thanks for joining us.